Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
We are on our last day of vacation, and so we thought we'd do a Young Box. Just for a change of scenery, location. So, got an even mix here of crunchy and sweet stuff. So, I'm going to start with these. Potatoes are a key part of the Dutch diet, but that wasn't always the case. When potatoes first arrived in Europe during the Columbian Exchange, many people refused to eat them, and the tubers were mostly considered to be food only fit for animals. Today, however, the average Dutch citizen eats nearly 180 pounds of potatoes each year. Fried potatoes, including French fries and potato chips, are particularly beloved. These crispy chips are made by FZ Organic, a family-run company known for its commitment to sustainability and environmentally responsible practices. They use solar energy and even employ innovative frying techniques that make for tastier potato chips. They are flavored with paprika, a spice made from red bell peppers that lends a sweet spiciness to many chips in the Netherlands. The paprika spice itself comes from Central America, in particular central Mexico, where it has been cultivated for centuries.
It pays to listen. I never knew that paprika came from red bell peppers before.
Or they came from Mexico.
These are good.
They're good.
I expected them to be spicier, but they're not.
Right. They sent us a big giant bag of chips. Look at that.
Wow.
These sweet and savory barbecue flavored chips are made by Hoogse Chips, a small company based in the Dutch province of South Holland. The company was founded in 2003 by 3 farmers, now serves over 1,000 grocery stores and supermarkets across the Netherlands. Sustainability is a major focus for them. They grow their own potatoes and produce the chips on site at the farm. Their chips are even made from unpeeled potatoes, which helps to reduce food waste. In 2023, the company added the clever innovation to their packaging: a small tear-away triangle at the bottom of the bag. When the chips are almost gone, the corner can be torn off, allowing the last handful of crumbs to be funneled directly into your mouth. The update is so recent that it has not made its way to all of the chips quite yet, but fingers crossed. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So does that one have the...
I don't know. Yes?
Those are good too. Thicker.
They're not, yeah. They're not overpowering barbecue like they are like the barbecue chips you get here on here. It's very slight. These look familiar. Roca is a well-known brand both in the Netherlands and abroad. You'll recognize their snacks by their signature yellow and blue or blue and white packaging. The blue color and overall design are inspired by Delft blue dishware, a special type of pottery that's an icon of Dutch culture. The brand is particularly well known for its cheese-flavored snacks, which are made from 90 layers of dough and cheese. Gouda is by far the most popular Dutch cheese, and it makes up 30% of these cheese sticks by weight, meaning they're literally packed with real cheese flavor. Gouda cheese is one of the oldest in the world, sometimes dated as far back as 1184, and it can be aged from several weeks to 7 years. Older Goudas are saltier and more pungent, while young Gouda is mild and creamy. The Noord-Hollandse Gouda type even has a protected designation origin. The milk used to make this cheese must come from the province of Noord-Holland. Very light,
Flaky.
Melt.
flaky, yes.
Melt in your mouth.
Melt in your mouth, yep. And to me, they taste like what's those orange crackers? They're square.
Cheez-Its?
Yeah, Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
Yeah, they taste like Cheez-Its. Okay. One of these I'm not looking forward to. Let's do that one first. So we got like 3 of them from the same company. The licorice plant is native to West Asia, North Africa, and Southern Europe, and arrived in the Netherlands in the 1600s through international trade. Salty licorice can be an acquired taste. Some find the saltiness completely addictive, while others are turned off by the intense flavor. Rather than ordinary table salt, these candies are seasoned with ammonium chloride, which is slightly bitter. Sal ammoniac is also used in some cough medicines, and it's possible that salty licorice was first used medicinally, though it's now enjoyed as a tasty snack. These fun licorice chews come in the form of tiny animals and feature both sweet and salty flavors. Turn the page to our feature on licorice while trying these gummies. Just for curiosity's sake. Well, go on another page. Okay. I am not a fan of black licorice.
Very strong. Strong flavor.
Yep.
I'm not enjoying this.
Van Sluten. Exploring.
Brand new candy alert. These candies are the latest offering from Van Sluten, one of the largest candy manufacturers in the Netherlands. The outer part of the candy is meant to evoke the essence of tropical candy flavors with a surprise burst inside. It's only fitting for a brand that encourages customers to chew and explore. In the Netherlands, Dutch customers take photos of themselves enjoying their fruity candies in exciting travel destinations and post them on Instagram along with the hashtag #GoExplore. Try it. You might even be featured on the Van Sluten account. Here's another question for you. You've probably tried a lot of candies by now that have some version of tropical flavors. This means that they contain the taste of one or more tropical fruits. But do you know what tropical fruits are exactly? These fruits have to grow in very warm tropical climates or near the equator on Earth. The most common tropical fruit is probably the banana. But what is the rarest and strangest tropical fruit that you've ever tried? Tell us. Probably that guava juice on our way to Hawaii.
Something attacks your taste buds right away.
Strong? Oh.
Like some of those salty things.
So much better than those.
Are they all yellow?
No. There's some red ones down in the bottom, or at least one.
Strange.
I just have to get that licorice taste out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Now for the third one, which we've had before. Concord is a confectionery company that began making peppermint candies in the early 1900s. Over the next 100 years, the company steadily grew, acquiring a number of popular brands along the way, including Van Sluten. Remember? Today, Concord Confectionery Corporation offers nearly every type of candy you can imagine. Gummies, sour candies, licorice, and even cough drops. These Van Sluten gummy candies are shaped to resemble tiny cars, pink Cadillacs in particular. Now, pink Cadillacs have a long history of being well loved by everyone. A Clint Eastwood movie and a Bruce Springsteen song are both called Pink Cadillac. Perhaps the most famous pink Cadillac ever was the one owned and driven by Elvis Presley. You'll find an assortment of fruity flavors inside the bag, though sweet and sour, fizzy, and sugar-coated varieties are also available. These gummies are an ideal treat for those that love cars and like their snacks to be a little fast. Vroom vroom.
You're not so.
Very chewy.
We've had these before in this form and in other forms. These gingerbread men are fashioned into a speculoos cookie, a crunchy spiced cookie that's perfect for dipping in tea or coffee. They have a warm, spicy flavor, making them ideal for dunking into a cold glass of milk. In the Netherlands, speculoos cookies are as well as the similar speculaas cookies are closely associated with wintertime and the feast of Saint Nicholas, which falls on December 6th each year. The term speculaas is said to be derived from the Latin word speculum, which means mirror. This was apparent in the traditional images that would be molded onto the cookies. Thank Christmas imagery. But another interpretation connects it to the Latin word speculator, which could reference Saint Nicholas, a person who could famously see everything. In the United States, similar versions of the cookies are known as Belgian spice cookies or Dutch windmill cookies. The Dutch enjoy these tasty treats year-round, so can you. And the cookies themselves are found in our grocery store at home. So I like to always have a pack available. These guys are just cute.
Aww. Mr. Bill. Oh, no,
Yeah.
Mr. Bill.
That's good.
Yeah.
Stroopwafels are a classic Dutch treat that originated in the city of Gouda in the early 1800s. A resourceful baker named Gerard Kamphuisen created the earliest versions, using leftovers from the bakery such as breadcrumbs and syrup. These early versions were cheap and commonly enjoyed by people of lower social classes who could not afford expensive baked goods. Initially, they were even referred to as Armenkuchen, which translates to poor man's cookies. They come in the form of a slim sandwich cookie that's filled with a layer of caramel or thick syrup. These stroopwafels are coated in chocolate for an even more decadent snacking experience. It may be surprising to learn that a stroopwafel is actually made from a single waffle that's been split horizontally and trimmed while still warm, making for two ultra-thin and crispy layers. A popular way to enjoy a stroopwafel is to place it over a cup of hot coffee or tea so that the biscuit warms slightly and the filling becomes soft and gooey. This is it in its entirety.
Mm.
Very good.
Mm-hmm. I could eat more of those.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I have said that when I get these boxes in the mail, the first thing I do is I open them up and kind of take a glance at what's inside. So when I got this box, I saw what was the next two things that we're going to look at, and I have been waiting for this box. They sent along two, not one, but two full-size packages of cookies. So I am now at the point where we can actually open the package and try them out. The American English word cookie is derived from the Dutch, cookie, Koekje, meaning little cake. The word can likely be traced back to the Middle Ages, when cooks would place a small amount of cake batter into a wood-fired oven to test how hot it was. Cookies themselves were brought to America by Dutch immigrants, where the word cookie soon became cookie, Cookie, replacing older American terms such as jumble, a cookie-like snack made with nuts and sugar, and plunket. These crunchy cookies are extra special, featuring roasted peanuts and a layer of chocolate. Peanuts are extremely popular in the Netherlands. In fact, it's one of the top peanut importers worldwide. A related fun fact: the Dutch word for peanut butter is pindakaas, or peanut cheese, because during the time that peanut butter arrived in the Netherlands, the word butter had been copyrighted by the dairy industry. So when we drove up here, I took this package out of the box and we put it in our cooler so the chocolate wouldn't melt. And then of course when we got here, then I put it back in the box. So this was we totally protected this. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. No. It's like a chocolate Rice Krispie bar. Mandy.
I see it.
You got it?
Sort of. Sorry, Mindy.
Thank you.
Here you go. Yep, you're welcome. Sorry, Mindy. That was a good idea, wasn't it?
That was very good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here. Now for the second one. These cookies are made in the style of an American chocolate chip cookie, but feature white chocolate instead, as well as a zesty lemon flavor. In the 1800s, the Netherlands was a major producer of chocolate and cocoa powder. White chocolate was actually invented as a way to use up all the cocoa butter that was left over from the process that produces cocoa powder. It's not only tasty, it helps reduce food waste too. Lemons are also an important part of Dutch culture. Aside from their use in cuisine, lemons are featured extensively in Dutch artwork. In the 17th century alone, over 250,000 still lifes were painted in the Netherlands. And guess what? Over half of those pieces depicted lemons.
Have to wait a bit.
It makes us want to crack open our watercolors and try our hand at lemon still life while munching on these cookies. These are thicker. That one you can have.
These remind me of another kind cookie. Can't think of the name though.
And then maybe those lemon sandwich cookies?
No?
No?
Pecan sandies or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay. You have a yum bag. These toffees are inspired by the flavors of Advocaat. A creamy Dutch alcoholic beverage that's similar to eggnog. Advocaat is made with eggs, sugar, and some form of alcohol, usually brandy or whiskey. The drink is thick and rich. It can either be enjoyed in a glass or topped with whipped cream and served with a spoon. The name and recipe can likely be traced back to Dutch colonialism in northern Brazil and Suriname, where Dutch settlers encountered a creamy beverage called abacaat, which is made with avocados. It's thought that since avocados weren't available back in the Netherlands, the Dutch used eggs in their version of the drink to achieve a similar creamy consistency. These toffees don't contain any alcohol, so they're the perfect way for people of all ages to enjoy the creamy eggnog-like flavor of Advocaat. Isn't it strange how something so different like an egg can replace an avocado? Did you know that you can also use avocados as a substitute for eggs in baking recipes? How strange. I can taste the egg. The last piece Hopjes are hard coffee flavored caramel candies. They're named after the 18th century Dutch diplomat Baron Hendrik Hop, who for a time lived in an apartment above the Van Haren and New Werkerk confectioner's shop in The Hague. One night, Hop left a cup of coffee on a warm radiator. The coffee slowly evaporated, leaving behind a deliciously sticky residue. Inspired, Hop asked the confectioner's shop downstairs to make a coffee-flavored candy. Theodorus Van Haren obliged, inventing a creamy coffee candy, which he named after Hop. The candies quickly spread in popularity, likely thanks to Hop's job as a diplomat.
Well done.
Odds are he gifted them to foreign dignitaries during his travels. Soon, other candy makers began making them, including the confectioner J.P. Rademacher, the maker of these Hopjes. In fact, the two companies spent decades in legal disputes with each other, both fighting to claim the iconic candies as their own. We personally love the results of a little candy competition, don't you? See?
Can't chew it.
Yeah, these are hard candies, so we'll just start sucking on them and get an opinion, and then we'll probably end the video.
Oh. They do break up though in a little while.
Yep, definitely taste the coffee. Oh, you're right. They're not that hard. So, anyway, that's our Yum Box. We're headed home tomorrow. And we had a great time, both with this box and with our vacation as well. So our next box will be back at home. So, see you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.